This is the independent practice for 3.7. Hopefully you've had a chance to do some of these. It's dividing decimals by a whole number. Okay, I'm going to make this real big. Give me a lot of good workspace. Okay, so 39.39 divided by 3. Okay, so my decimal point, I'm going to take care of that right away. It just goes up. Boop. All right. Now, I just do it as a division. 3 goes into 3 one time. Put that down. Subtract it out. It's 0. Then I bring down my next number. Just one number. 9. How many times does 3 go into 9? 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract that out. Gives me a 0. Bring down my next number is a 3. How many times does 3 go into 3? 1 time. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract that out. Then I bring down my last number. It's a 9. How many times does 3 go into 9? 3 times. 9, 0. That equals 0, and there's no other numbers to bring down. So my answer is 13.13. Number 2. 7.24 divided by 7. Take care of the decimal point right away. All you got to do with it is it goes up, whoop, right in line, right in line. Then 7 goes into 7 one time. Subtract that out, that's 0. Bring down my 2. How many times does 7 go into 2? 0 times. 0 times 7 is 0. Subtract that out, 2. Then I bring down my next one, 4. How many times does 7 go into 24? Goes in there 3 times. 7 times 3 is 21, and that equals 3. There's no other number to bring down. I'm just going to leave it like that. And I want you to look at the directions. It says round to the nearest tenth if necessary. So if I have 1.03, here's my tenth, and I'm going to round it to this number here. So I look to the next one over. Does 3? 3 is less than 5. It's 4 or less, so it doesn't. So it means I'm just going to stay in the 0. Okay. So rounded to the nearest tenth is 1.0. Here we go. Another one. 118.5 divided by 5. Take care of my decimal point. Goes straight up. Beep. It's done. 5 goes into 1. It doesn't go in there at all. So now I'm going to go to 11. 5 goes into 11 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. And then I subtract that out. Bring down my 8. How many times does 5 go into 18? 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract that out. It gets me 3. Bring down my 5. How many times does 5 go into 35? 7 times. My answer is 23.7. Okay, let's go to 4. $11.4 divided by 19. So, first thing I have to do, decimal point. Just move it straight up. From here, all the way up to here. It sits on the line. We're good to go. 19 doesn't go into 1. 19 doesn't go into 11. 19 does go into 114. Now, I have to do a little guess and check. 10 would be 190, which is kind of not too bad. I'm going to do 5. 19 times 5. Let's see what I get. 9 times 5 is 45. And that's 95. I bet I can do one more. 19 times 6. 54. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 5 is 11. Oh, 114. Exactly what I need. So I put the 6 here. 6 times 19 is 114. Subtract that out. There's 0. Nothing to come down. My answer is 0.6. $55.2 divided by 46. Take care of my decimal point. It goes straight up. Now, does 46 go into 5? Nope. So I put a little X there. It reminds me that I'm not going to do anything in that place value. 46 goes into 55 one time. Then I subtract that out. That becomes a 4. That becomes a 5. There's 9. Then I bring down my 2. And 46 2 times is 92 with nothing left. 1.2. Excellent. Number 6. Oof, got a big one here. 336. You know what? I'm going to have to, because this one's going to really be big. I'm going to go 336.752 divided by 31. Okay, take care of my decimal point. Now I just divide out. 31 goes into 3, nothing, but it goes into 33 one time. Subtract out, that's a 2. Bring down my 6. 31 goes into 26 0 times. Okay, so now I subtract that out. That's 26, and then I bring down my 7. So now I have 267. I would say 9. I'm going to try that. 31 times 9. That'd be 927. Oh, must be 8. 31 times 8. 8 and then 24. There we go. So it's 8. 8 times 31 is 248. Subtract that out. 19. Now, I bring down my next number, which is a 5. How many times does 31 go into 195? I'm going to try 5. 31 times 5. 5 and then 15, 155. You know what? I could do 6. I bet. 31 times 6. There's 6. 186. Yep. 6. 186. You know what? I can stop right here because I'm going to round it to the nearest tenth. And by having 0.86, I know that's what I have so far. There's going to be more because I have more numbers. But to round it to the nearest tenth, all I need to know is this number here. It's a 6, so it tells me to move up. So my answer is 10.9. 10.9. Okay? Let's see here. Number 7. We have a family taking a cruise. The cruise cost... Okay, let me erase that. A little bigger here. The cruise cost $3,082.24. And there's 4 of them. They want to know how much each person. So I'm going to divide the total cost by 4 people, and I'll see what each person costs. Take care of my decimal, keeping that in line. That's really important that you keep that in line. Now, 4 goes into 3. No, it does not. 4 goes into 30 7 times. So that's 28. Subtract it out. That gets me a 2. Bring down my 8. 4 goes into 28 7 times. That gets me exactly 0. Bring down my next number, which is a 2. It goes into 2 0 times. So that becomes 0. Subtract that out. It's 2. Bring down my next number, which is a 2. Then it goes in there 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract that out. It's 20. Bring down my last number. It's a 4. 6 goes in 6 times 4, so it's 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract that out at 0. So each person is going to pay 770.56. Okay? Let me erase some of this because I got into another problem. We don't want to do that. Okay. Find the average height of the building shown in the table. The way you find the average is you add all the values and divide by the number of the values. Okay. So I'm actually going to come like this. Find a little workspace over here. First thing I have to do is I have to add up all these buildings. 1.667, 1.483, 1.483, 1.451, and 1.381. Okay, 1, 2, that's 5, 5, and then 7 plus 3 is 10, so that's 15. And then we have 1 plus 6 is 7, that's 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. And then 20 plus 8 plus 8 is 16, so that's 36. Now I have 10 plus 3 is 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. The decimal drops down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like I have the number. So the total of all these is 7.465. Okay, now I have 5 buildings. So to find the average is I take the total, which is 7.465, and I divide it by 5. 465 divided by 5 buildings. Decimal point goes up. How many times does 7 go into 5 go into 7? 1 time. Subtract it 2, bring down my 4. Let's see, that's 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract that out, it's 4. Bring down my 6. 5 goes into 46 9 times. 9 times 5 is 45. Subtract that out, it's 1. Bring down my 5. 5 goes into 15 3 times. And there's 0, and there's no other numbers. So the average building is 1.493. Alrighty. Let us erase my workspace here so I can do a little bit more with the next problem. Number 9. Mr. Jameson will stain his deck in the backyard. The deck has a total area of 752.4. The deck is 33 feet long. How wide is it? So I just need to divide the total area by the, let's see, feet long. So that's the long, and that'll get me the wide. Okay, so take care of my decimal point. That's all done. 33 goes into 7. It does not. 33 goes into 75. I want to say 2 times. That is 66. Subtract that out. 9. Bring down my 2. I'm going to do 2 more. I would say 3, but that'd be 99. So 2. 66. Subtract that out. Comes an 8. 6, 2. Bring down my 4. Now I got to figure out how many times. I know 8 times 30 is 240. I'm going to do 8, but I'll come down here and check that. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 3 is 24. 26. Yep. 264. Subtract that out. There's nothing left. So 22.8 is how wide. Because if you take your width times your length, 33 times 22.8, you're going to get your total square of 752.4. All right. One last one, and then we're all set. This has been a longer video, I know. Let's see. We have a bridge in New York. It's 4.26 thousand feet long. It's the 7th longest. There are 3 feet in a yard. How many yards? Okay, so it's feet, so I got to divide. So I got to do the 4.26 divided by 3 feet, because for every 3 feet, it's 1 yard. This will give me how long it is in yards. Take care of the decimal. 3 goes into 4 one time. That's 3. Subtract that out, it's 1. Bring down my 2. 3 goes into 12 4 times. It's 12. 0. Bring down my 6. How many times does 3 go into 6? 2 times. 6. Subtract that out, it's 0. There's no more numbers. So it is 1.42 thousand yards. Okay? So, alrighty. Hopefully you had some success. Some of these were a little bit more difficult. It's division. But let me know if you have any questions.